Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Anti-Myelin Society podcast. We are
PLCs with disabilities.
And in our podcast, we'll explore various topics related to living with multiple sclerosis, which is commonly referred to as MS. And in our discussions, we'll cover building a career, navigating MS as a parent, mental health, dealing with symptoms, and more.
We aim to share insights and stories that resonate with everyone, regardless of your relationship or knowledge of MS. We hope you stay with us to support, listen, understand, and have a great time.
Yes, so stay tuned to the show.
Welcome back to the Anti-Myelin Society. I'm one of your hosts, Jojo, along with
Taty.
And on this episode, we're going to discuss the history of MS and the different types of MS. Hopefully you all had a chance to listen to the last episode where we talked about our diagnosis story and just asked different questions about, our experience with MS. But to start us off, we're going to start with our moments of gratitude. And on our card today, we have a routine part of your day that you genuinely enjoy. Go ahead, Taty.
My skincare routine as I gotten older, and TikTok Shop has given me several samples of skincare products. I have the opportunity to really dive into what works best for my skin. We're not about to do no sponsorship, but Medicure actually does help. And my Korean bar of soap also is amazing. So this is probably like my first real year of having pretty decent skin and getting rid of dark marks, despite your hormonal blemishes that constantly pop up and make me want to strangle myself. So that's my favorite part. I feel so cutesy when I do it. I feel very girly when I do it. So that's my...
Okay. The routine part of my day that I genuinely enjoy is my cup of coffee.
Child, you and this coffee.
Coffee gives me life. I love coffee. That little, I don't know if you know, but I have that little picture thing that says, I drink coffee for your protection. Coffee is just everything. So yeah, give my cup of joe. When I go to work, the first thing I do is log in and go make myself a cup of coffee.
So how does that work with your fatigue?
It helps for that moment.
For like that 5 minutes?
Maybe like an hour. But I also when I do take my medication, that helps as well. So, yep, it's coffee. Anywho,
I can't.
I just love coffee.
Crying.
And it was so funny one time because we get free coffee at work and we have different flavors. And of course, my favorite's the Colombian, but sometimes the Colombian is not available. And I just be like a little frustrated, just a smidge.
She means a lot. You'd be a lot frustrated.
And I hate that I don't do it all the time, but sometimes I'll go like different floors because the coffee's on different floors and on every break room. So I hate when I really want that Colombian, I'm going to different floors trying to find it. I stopped doing that because...
You have a problem?
I don't have a problem. I stopped doing that because sometimes I won't find it. Yeah. So, anywho, let's go ahead and segue. Let's go ahead and segue to the history of MS. Go ahead, Taty.
Okay. Of course, MS, we're going to be saying it a lot. MS stands for multiple sclerosis. And what's really funny? Out of the 7 years me being diagnosed, I never looked into the actual word. Does that make sense?
It means multiple scars.
Oh, well, thank you.
I thought you knew that.
No.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
I've never looked into it.
The lesions in our brain, it leaves, the inflammation, it leaves scars. So it's multiple scars.
Look at that. The more you know.
Yeah.
So we know who the researcher is on the team. Yes. Out of the 7 years. Again, never looked into it. You're like, what does that mean? I don't know. There's multiple issues.
That's what multiple sclerosis is.
So, multiple sclerosis is a complex disease characterized by symptoms that often flare up and subside, meaning that most of our days we look like we're okay. But because the symptoms are almost snowflaked or invisible, if you will, we hide a lot of them. But there are times where we flare up. I call them relapses. Where you can really see that there's an issue depending on what that symptom is. So that's part of it.
So I looked it up. Yes, the term multiple sclerosis means multiple scars. The disease causes damage to the myelin sheath, which is a protective covering the nerve fibers in the brain and spinal cord. This damage results in the formation of scar tissue or lesions in various areas of the central nervous system. So multiple scars. Now you know.
So the first observation of the progressive illness resembled MS backdated to the late 1300s.
Oh, I thought it was the 1800s.
That's when it was first. It wasn't until 1868 that a neurologist, Jean Martin Courtot, it's probably wrong, he's French, formally named and described the disease. So it's been around.
It's been around.
But of course, with all diseases, no one knew what it was. I'm pretty sure people were like burned at the stake. So they're like, what's wrong with you?
Burned at the stake. They thought they were witches.
Yeah. Exactly. I just assume anything that's abnormal, they just burn them at a stake because, that was the word back then.
If you didn't know, and you could fact check me, but the reason why they would burn women were like women who would have miscarriages. Mm-hmm. That was one of the reasons why they thought they were witches and they couldn't have babies. That's what I heard.
I heard something yesterday that miscarriages are actually men's fault.
How is it men's fault?
Well, it's really just the genetic connection between the woman and the man, and the genetics aren't aligned, which would ultimately cause some, not all, miscarriages. So doctors have said sometimes you and that person just aren't aligned to be able to withstand a child. Fact check me. It was like maybe possibly a fever dream when I thought that maybe, I don't know. So it sounds good.
Yeah.
The neurologist, Mr. Jean Martin, formally named and described the disease, a pioneer in neurology. He treated hysteria through hypnotism. Man, over the years, countless ineffective and hazardous treatments, including deadly nightshade and arsenic, were attempted for MS. Well, I'm glad we bypassed that. If you would have told me we got to give you some arsenic, I'd be like, no, thank you. No, thank you. In 1951, cortisol, otherwise known as a steroid, was introduced to manage relapses, effective reducing the severity and duration, but showing no long-term benefits. The long-term benefits of steroids, it makes you fat. That's what the long-term quote-unquote benefit is.
Just to put that out there.
Just to put that out there, because anytime I had a relapse and ended up in the hospital for 3 days and they gave me steroids, I was 10 pounds heavier. And I was like, I want to go. I want to leave because I'm fat now. Thank you.
I cannot.
But don't you feel better? I'm fat. I don't think you understand. It sticks to you like glue. Today, there are over 25 approved medications for relapsing forms of MS, with recent approvals for primary progressive and active secondary progressive MS and ongoing research into new treatments. Now, those primary progressive and active secondary progressive MS, if you're not part of the community, there are 4 types. I like to call them stages of multiple sclerosis. I asked my neurologist one time, when do I upgrade to the next stage? And she was like, why would you ask me that? And I was like, a little bit of fun. But I just want to know. They're like, that means you're getting worse. I'm like, right. So
I remember when you told me that. I couldn't imagine being the nurse. Like, what?
Those nurses are so cool. I like some nurses.
Like, when do you upgrade? Like, it's a game.
When do I get to the next level? It's been about 7 years. Because like with Xfinity, you're like a gold member. Just saying. How long do I stay in the RR? When do I go next up? Let's see. So that's part of like a little super old history of MS dating back to 1300s. Just now or not just now, but being recognized in 1858. Moving on, the history of the disease offers a comprehensive and engaging overview of multiple sclerosis and neurology. T. Jacques Murray's Multiple Sclerosis, which is a book that you can read, or article, book, article, book article,
Okay.
barticle, if you will.
Okay. We're making a word.
Is it making it up?
Yeah, barnacle is not a word.
Barnacle is a word.
Barnacle is a word,
Yes.
but not barnacle.
Well, if they put bootylicious in the dictionary, I'm pretty sure barnacle.
They did not put that in the dictionary.
They did put bootylicious in the dictionary. It's
not.
Webster. My grandma has the dictionary that has bootylicious in it, and I will go to her house and bring it to you to show you. Bootylicious is in there because it was
I could
around the
actually
time.
Google it too.
Don't Google it.
Okay.
That's what's wrong with society. Everybody's just so
literally.
quick
I
to
just click
Google.
booty, and it's like, is it in the dictionary? Yep, it is. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's not, because the song Destiny's Child was really a hit back then. So
Yeah, but to be a word in the dictionary, I can understand if it's like in the urban dictionary, but not in
why gotta be in the Urban Dictionary?
because not a word.
It is.
It's a word, but it's not a word.
It is a word.
Okay.
It's very much a word.
Okay.
Delicious.
Delicious.
It hasn't been said in a really long time, but it is, in fact, a word.
Okay.
The word of this podcast is brought to you by the word bootylicious.
Not a word of the day. What else you got?
Okay. So, William Nero Plate Barbelon, a pen name of Bruce Frederick Cummings, chronicled his struggles with a neurologic disease in his journal of Disappointed Man. He died in 1919 experiencing symptoms like limb weakness, vertigo, and depression. His treatment involved arsenic, a few other things that I don't think we can say over here. It's a lot of mostly just because I can't pronounce it. Neurologist Sir Henry Head diagnosed him after observing his reflexes, yet concealed the diagnosis amid to Cummings' attempts to get a military examination for multiple sclerosis disqualification. Little side note. There's a lady who was in the military, and she was diagnosed while she was serving, and she stayed in.
She hid it?
Well, she couldn't hide it because obviously something disrupted in it, but because of her rank, she was pretty high up.
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to work with her to put her kind of in a...
But she wasn't going out in the field or anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not during that time. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think that just shows, like, it's not so debilitating.
Debilitating.
There you go. It's a B, not a P.
And that's why DE&I is so important. Just saying.
Putting that out there. A little political standpoint there. I like it. Let's keep it.
Putting it out there.
Kind of just a little teaser.
Because someone told me that they knew somebody who was in the military and they had to be discharged because they were diagnosed with MS.
Well, I think that just goes into
the different types.
Right. Where you are and what your job is.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to want me out there at night. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because I can't see. I can't, even with glasses, I can't help you. And then stress brings on, symptoms.
Yeah.
So if I'm stressed because, the opposite or the ops, if you will, are like gunning us down, and I'm over here trying to load up.
You're having tremors and everything.
Right. You're not going to want me. You're not. Yeah. You don't want me. You don't want me
not
to
be on the field, but maybe something else.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she was like probably a nurse or something else that's not so high stress.
Yeah.
Not computers, because I'm gonna forget a code and I'm just gonna be guessing, and then I'm gonna launch like 3 M80s outside.
And the recruiters listening, don't put in Taty.
Honey, I'm 7 years deep. Okay, we got this.
Not 7 years.
7 years deep in this. This is a commitment. But yeah, that's interesting. So it was just captivating where it was first noted in history, and then them understanding, like, one, arsenic is no longer used for treatment. We have FDA approved treatments now, which,
Mhm.
you know, some still aren't approved, but they be trying to do like, do you get those emails?
What email?
Research testing?
Yeah, but I never qualified because a lot of times they're like if you're 50 and above or something.
You know what? We'll save that for all.
Okay.
So I'm always like, is it approved? And how long has it been approved?
Yeah.
I'm really big on that because I'm not going to be no one's guinea pig. Sorry. I just, you know, with the history of
I
POCs.
feel like Briumvi wasn't that long of a proof when I started. I think it was like recent.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ocrevus became really big too in that, I think, what was it, like 3 years strong since it's been approved because it was like all on commercials.
Yeah.
People were calling me like, hey, have you tried this new drug for your MS? And I'm like, what is it? They're like, it starts with an O. Ocrevus? Yeah. No, I'm not on Ocrevus. I think you should get on it. I'll let my neurologist know. Thank you. That you saw a commercial about
But I
MS.
told you to go on Ocrevus.
You did,
Yes.
but other people called me. Does your Hulu share like MS ads with you?
Yes.
I get offended.
It's just me.
I get so offended. I had one for severe depression, and I thought my team. Are you telling me I'm severely depressed? They're like, other depression medications doesn't work, so maybe this is for you. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I get one for what's the one with the colon or the digestive one? What is it called?
You might want to go get tested for that. I think it's like I think it's like telling us something.
It's an autoimmune.
Is it with that lady who's an actress but no one knows who she is?
No.
Because there's one lady like that, and I'm like, I'm sick of seeing you because I have no idea who you are.
No, I can't think right now. But yeah, I get those all the time. And I'm like, are they trying to say something? But what else? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're funny. Okay, so now let's segue into, well, last episode we talked about our diagnosis story, and then Tati asked me what MS is. I'm going to ask you, what is MS to you?
A joke.
Yeah, like what's happening, like what's going on with MS?
MS, I always tell people, I was like, I feel like I was given MS to kind of slow me down and to to really make me focus on like what I want to do and like my goals. Because I was just kind of like just out here like most young people, but I was kind of out here going maybe down the wrong path. And God was like, let me just stop you right there. Let's just pump the brakes all the way with you. We're just going to give you this. It's not horrible,
To slow you down.
but it's also going to make you go to sleep at 8:30 at night and be upset when you wake up at 4 a.m.
Mhm.
I tell people, I know last episode we talked about, you know, you thinking about not having kids or having kids or what your plans are. You love kids, but it's a really big responsibility. When I was diagnosed, I was like, I don't know why my first thought was like, dang, I gotta have to have my kids like soon because I might end up in a wheelchair or not be able to play with them how I thought, purely just because I was ignorant of, you know, the medicine and progression and stuff like that. So when I was diagnosed in 2017, my son was born in 2019. I was like, okay, I can do this. It could work. It definitely taught me patience. But also I was like, now what I know now, I probably could have waited a little bit. But you do what you do with the cards you get. We just got a joker, a big ass joker with MS. So yeah.
No.
But it's a chronic illness. It's not terminal nor contagious, Josh. So for the longest he thought I was terminal. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Josh, you've known me he was there when I was diagnosed, when my eye went out and everything. And what was it, like maybe 2-3 years ago? He was like, aren't you terminal? And I was like, I don't think I would still be here if I was terminal.
Aren't you terminal?
I was like, I wouldn't be here if I was terminal. He was like, what are you? I'm like, chronically ill. What are you asking me?
Why are you not dead?
Right. Like, why are you still alive if you're terminal, not terminal?
I can't believe he said that. Aren't you terminal? Wow.
And I was confused on where he even got terminal from. I'm like,
Yeah.
I had to get him to just sit on Google and like Google multiple sclerosis. I'm like, before you go to the MS walk, Google what this is, because I refuse to have you walk around thinking that everyone there is terminal. That's just crazy.
Wow. Let's go ahead and talk about the different types of MS. So, just to start off, MS is a snowflake disease because, one, we have nerve cells everywhere, right? So, our brain communicates with different parts of our body. So, depending on where the damage has been done, and depending on other factors such as age, maybe their immune system, possibly the level of severity of damage, that would also contribute to the symptoms the person has. And then also the different types of MS. So I noticed as I continue to progress with MS, there are different types of MS that I read about. So when I first was diagnosed, I learned about clinical isolated MS. And basically, it was like you just have one symptom and that's it. And a lot of people that don't even actually associate it with MS, they just associate it with just something separate.
Yeah,
They
like that
consider
one
MS.
symptom that's
Yeah.
just what.
So they don't really consider that MS. But the next one would be relapsing remitting MS. And it's actually the most common MS. Approximately 85% of people with MS are initially diagnosed with it. Tati and I have RRMS.
Let's go RR.
Not let's go RR. So it is defined by temporary periods called relapses, flare-ups, or exacerbations, or all the same thing. When our symptoms appear. So basically a relapse or flare-up, what they consider a relapse is if you have a symptom and it lasts over 24 hours. So if it doesn't last over 24 hours, it could just be a symptom, but it's not a relapse. But it's when your symptoms appear and these attacks are followed by periods of remission, when the symptoms may disappear or subside. So remissions can last anywhere from weeks to months or years. So again, that's the most common type of MS. So where are our MS twins? Yay.
RR.
All right. The next one is secondary progressive MS, SPMS. So over time, RRMS may advance to the secondary progressive phase. So this type of MS does not have distinctive remissions, flare-ups, or plateaus of our RMS does, but instead is characterized by slowly worsening symptoms or neurologic function. So without treatment, approximately half of individuals with RRMS convert to SPMS within 10 to 20 years. So that's why treatment is very important to slow down the progression.
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
You're just in front of me.
I went 1 year without it.
That's not guilty conscience.
That's not how I looked at
It just felt very judgy when you said that.
I forgot you took a break and I forgot.
Okay.
But what I did want to say is for our listeners, there's no cure for MS. Allegedly. However, because there's no cure and it's a very progressive illness, fortunately, we do have different treatments to help slow it down. So this is basically saying if you don't get treatment, and I'm not going to say 100% because I'm not a doctor, but with research, it's just saying that without treatment, those who do have RRMS may convert to SPMS. So
for our listeners, because you
listeners.
can't see Jo, she did air quotes around the word may.
Because again, I'm not a doctor.
Neither am I.
So that's why I want to say there's the possibility of the conversion to secondary if you do not get treatment.
You can always ask your doctor or nurse if you upgrade.
Not upgrade. Stop it. I feel like it's a game.
Hey,
to the next level.
You gotta laugh to not cry.
Yeah. Then the one that is not so common is primary progressive MS. I say that because that's what my research says. It's not that common, but I feel like there is a a great amount of people who do have PPMS, especially when I was searching multiple sclerosis on TikTok University.
Is it more than 15%? Because it says 15%.
Mine says approximately 10%. Okay, so give or take 10 to 15%.
10 to 15% of people
may
have
PPMS. And this is people diagnosed with PPMS have symptoms that steadily worsen with no periods of remission and flare-ups. I can imagine that. Yeah.
I have one member come to my job, and he had a walking device. And I mean, I don't want to say luckily I got him so I could ask him about it, but I got him. And it wasn't so much like, you know, people have little cuffs on their arms to help assist them in walking. It was like he was standing up on like a platform. Those platforms. It was like the thing at the gym. You put your legs on each pad, and it like feels like this.
The machine thing?
Yeah,
I
the
don't
machine.
remember what it's called.
I don't either. It was like that, and then the handles he could go and break and stuff. And he had multiple sclerosis, but he was also in the military before he was diagnosed.
Did he have PPMS?
I would assume that's what he had. I have chronic fatigue. I'm gonna use
That's what you're assuming.
He either had PPMS
Did he just
or
say he had MS?
Yeah.
Did you tell him you had it?
Yeah.
Aww.
We connected.
You bonded?
We did.
Aww.
I told my managers, I was like, he has MS.
They're like, okay.
And like, who? I'm like, the guy with the walking thing. He was like, they were like, okay. I was like, you're not excited. I'm excited.
Right.
I don't know
if
why
you don't
guys are
have it,
excited.
you'd be like, all right.
Cool.
Right. I would have been like,
well, right. I'm like, I want to see how much was that? Did your insurance cover that? How long did you have it before you needed it? Like what?
Yeah.
When did you upgrade, or did you just have it out the gate?
Not did you upgrade? Stop it. Started RRMS and upgraded a secondary, then upgraded. Stop it. Okay.
I'm good to be at secondary. I'm back to stay. I don't want to.
You'll be good at secondary.
That's like business first class. I don't want to do that.
We're talking about an auto. Stop it. Stop it.
Passing away.
So when I was doing this research, again, I just thought it was RRMS, SPMS, primary progressive MS. But then when I was doing it, there was another one called progressive relapsing MS. And that was the first time I've heard of it. But it said it's a small percentage, 5% of people with MS. It's a small percentage of individuals who may be diagnosed with a relatively rare type of MS. And this type of MS steadily worsens from the onset of the first symptoms, regardless of relapse or periods of remission.
It's 5.
Well, if you include clinically isolated, because some people don't.
Okay, because when I saw it, when I was looking it up, I don't remember, when I was first diagnosed, even seeing that. Yeah. I just saw those 4. Yeah. And the one you just mentioned was the 4th one, but it was like the Chamber of Secrets. You don't unlock it.
The Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, so that was the first time I saw that one, and I was like,
because when I saw it, I was like, what the hell is CIS?
Yeah.
And I was reading it, and I was like, so what, you just have tremors? I'm kind of jealous. I want only just one isolated symptom. Can you, obviously you can't pick your symptom.
But I feel like I read somewhere that people, even with clinically isolated, they still get other symptoms. But again, it has to last over 24 hours.
So, like for me, when I had optic neuritis in my eye for that period of time, technically I had CIS because I didn't have anything else that I knew of.
Wait, that was just that one?
Yeah.
See, I had multiple ones. You probably had multiple ones and you didn't know.
I think I always had fatigue because after I came back or got off work, I immediately went to sleep, and I slept for like hours. And then I get up, and then I'd like shower or whatever, eat, and then I go right back to sleep and sleep for like hours.
Yeah.
I remember getting the person I was dating at the time, he left me a voicemail. He's like, hey, I've been called you like 5 times. What's going on?
Yeah, 5 times.
So I was like, I was asleep. He's like, I don't. And that's another thing.
They don't believe you.
They don't. And I promise, I be sleep. Okay? My D&D sleep mode be on there.
I know.
And I have the bedtime reminder because as soon as 7:45 hit, that bedtime at the top of your little iPhone next to your Wi-Fi pop up. Bedtime.
Well, I hope you all enjoy this episode. Of course, we're going to end it with the best self Spanish edition.
What is that face?
Okay.
Would you have to translate?
I'm just gonna go ahead and translate.
I want to hear it in Spanish first.
You're not gonna know.
That's not the point.
Okay. Es alguien a quien realmente admiras. I think that's how you say it. Who is somebody you admire?
That has MS?
No, just in general.
Well, I'm going to do two. I'm going to do with MS and who doesn't have MS. I admire Christina Applegate. I admire you too, Jojo. Okay. I love you to death, Jojo. Okay. But I love Christina Applegate. Of course, I was sad when she was diagnosed, but she's such a badass. I've watched her growing up for the longest time. For some reason, I always confused her and Jennifer Aniston, but that's because I was a kid and I didn't know the difference. But now I know. But now she's like awesome. And she's great. And someone who is not or does not have MS that I admire. I'm going to say her girlfriend, Olympia. I talked to her recently. I will say when Olympia was here, she was definitely the mom that I wanted to strive to be. She's just very creative, very loving, and very understanding. And whenever I try to think of stuff to do around the city or town, I always think of her and like what we can do and make sure it's fun and stuff. So I admire Olympia.
Okay. I don't know who I admire.
You're still thinking? Okay. It's the silence. The listeners don't know. It's just this like really fast and awkward silence. You're just staring at me.
I mean, there's a lot of people.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Got to circle back to me.
There's no circle. It's just us.
Not circling back.
It's just us. It's a line.
Oh, okay.
Because guess what? Reverse.
Somebody I admire.
It's awkward.
I admire myself.
Definitely not conceited at all. Continue.
Because no matter like what barriers that come to me, like I'm doing it.
Yeah, you have your master's. Yeah, your job.
Well, yeah, myself. Yes, I'm doing it.
Like I said, you have a master's and you're a lead, and you promoted yourself into the company. Also combating being diagnosed, also trying to endeavor that new path.
Yeah.
So that's very happy.
Thank you. Yeah. I admire you too, Taty. Yeah. Your mother, got your own home, got your own job, and you doing
hybrid.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I keep thinking security. What do you? Not security. You do fraud. Yeah. You got yourself up there.
I know.
You're doing something besides, the regular,
Right.
the usuals. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy the phone calls of people just lying to me all day.
I mean, it's something better than what we were doing.
True. Yeah. That's very true. Plus, I get to do it in the convenience of my home.
You get to ask me to your tool belt.
Yes, with the answer to bill.
Yeah. So if you wanted to leave said company and go somewhere else and make more money, that's an option.
I have way too many shirts. I don't know. I don't think I can leave.
I've had too many shirts too, and I think I probably threw them away.
Did you threw them away?
I probably threw them away.
What? Shirts from when I worked at Sonic.
Wow. I'm gonna need you to get.
I can't. Those are really good T-shirts.
Oh. So you actually wear them still? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well then, don't throw them away.
Yeah, like when I go outside to garden.
Oh, Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. I don't walk around like proud. Like, yeah. Have fresh cheeseburgers, 99-cent corn
I
dogs.
thought you were going to say like pajamas or something.
Don't forget, between 2 and 4, half price drinks.
Well, thank you, listeners, for staying with us. We really appreciate you. If you have any feedback or anything you want to discuss with us, we do have an email. What's our email, Tati?
Anti-Myelin@gmail.com.
Yes. And then we also have an Instagram. What's our Instagram, Tati?
Anti-Myelin Society.
Okay. So yes, we're definitely open to feedback, or if you want to give us some praise, we're here to listen, because it feels good to like know that you reach somebody, or it feels good that you're doing something good. So please help us release those dopamine from our brain and make us feel good. But yes, until next time.
Toodles doodle.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for another episode. We hope you found our discussion insightful and useful.
Please be sure to like, subscribe, leave comments, and share with your closest friends and family. Be sure to follow us on all streaming platforms as well as social media, X, aka Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Anti-Myelin Society, as well as give us an email if you have any questions, comments, and or concerns at antimyelin@gmail.com. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Bye.